The PDP caucus in the House of Representatives has joined its Senate counterpart in issuing a 6-week ultimatum to President Muhammadu Buhari to address insecurity or risk impeachment. Does it appear that insecurity has come to a head for the lawmakers?
Yes, I think by now the lawmakers are fed up. They are not impressed at all by the way or at the manner the federal government is handling this issue. The federal government or the Buhari presidency has failed spectacularly in the area of protecting Nigerians. Not many Nigerians believe that it will ever be this bad, because here was a president who was a military ruler who fought during the Civil War, who was commander or the general officer commanding 3rd Division, and once gave Chadian forces a bloody eye when they crossed into Nigerian territory. So people can understand why Mr. President cannot do a better job of protecting Nigerians. We do not see any strategy in place capable of protecting us better. Things are getting worse every day. We've been told that Mr. President did a good job, especially in the Northeast. But a lot of the achievements that supporters of the government attribute to this government are actually achievements recorded by the previous administration. For example, you hear people say, oh, that in Borno State, there were no less than 17 local governments in the hands of Boko Haram, but that those 17 local governments were reclaimed after President Buhari came into office. Of course, this is a lie. Mr. President, all the local government areas held by Boko Haram were reclaimed before the 2015 election with the help of Chadian troops who came in to help Nigerian soldiers. Nigerian soldiers did a good job, commanded by of Operation Lafia Dole and the rest of them. So if you would use Google, for example, just ask the question, when did Nigerian soldiers reclaim Goza from Boko Haram? You will see that Google will give you the dates, and that date would be before the 2015 election. If you ask the question, when did Nigerian troops reclaim Damboa from Boko Haram? You will see that Google will give you that date before the election. Ask the question again, when did Nigerian troops recover in Adamawa State? The answer you will get when you break it down to the various local governments, Madagali, all of them, the answer you will get will still be before the election, the 2015 election. But some people with limited knowledge of military history, or those bent on lying through their teeth, will tell you that it happened during this administration. Of course, it's a lie. Boko Haram controlled 2 local governments in Yobe State. Those 2 local governments were reclaimed before the election. I want to believe that Mr. President underrated this scale of insecurity in our country. And this thing is now biting back seriously. We allowed Boko Haram to move into the northeast, into the northwest and North Central. we continue to deceive ourselves that they were limited to the Northeast. But today, nobody can deny that they spread their tentacles to different parts of our country. In fact, we are already, government officials are now blaming them for the attack in Owo. So given the fact that the National Assembly had come up with various resolutions that the executive had done nothing about, I'm not surprised that they put themselves inside the room, locked the door, and they told themselves the truth that it makes sense now to give the president an ultimatum. What they didn't say that the PDP had now decided to do was to say, okay, that ultimatum will be attached to an impeachment notice. Of course, they didn't take that decision. What they said was, okay, after the ultimatum, we'll then see what decision to take next. But the PDP caucus in the Senate moved ahead to say, okay, after the 6 weeks, an impeachment process has to follow. This was not the decision of the entire Senate, although the Senate agreed that the president should be given 6 weeks within which to fix the problem of insecurity. But now, with elections approaching and with the PDP bent on showing Nigerians or telling Nigerians that it is better than the APC, that voting for it will be a better thing to do for Nigerians, you can see now that they've tied this to an impeachment threat. But what we want to see is let the president respond to this impeachment threat, even if he thinks that it amounts to nothing. Let him respond to this impeachment threat by improving in the area of protecting our people. He's got to do that. For now, our people are not being protected. There's hardly any part of Nigeria that is safe. We will keep talking about it, no matter how much people abuse us. We'll keep talking about it. The president ought to protect our people better. Even in his states, no less than 10 local governments are not safe, even in his home state. In his home state of Katsina, many district heads have left their villages and towns and fled to the state capital. This is the truth. So the president has to protect us better because Nigerians voted for him. They trusted him as a retired soldier that he would be able to give us the right level of security. But right now, Nigerians are scared wherever they are. They can't travel around the country and feel the beauty of our country just the way they want because they are not sure that they won't be kidnapped. And when you are kidnapped, it is not little money that these good-for-nothing people ask for. We've seen in the case of the train attack victims, they are being asked to pay 100 million per head. And if you do not pay it, they will keep you with them for as long as they can. So people are coming together, raising money for people who are in captivity. Some, in fact, a particular person was said to have paid up to 200 million. So as we speak, these guys have raked in no less than 1.8 billion naira from those kidnapped in that train. I mean, it's just terrible. I'm not surprised that the Senate has gone this far. And I'm not surprised that the House of Reps caucus of the PDP have decided to back their own, their colleagues in the Senate. Because no one is safe. Everybody is terrified. Everybody is worried. Even you, that you are speaking to me, you are worried. So this is the thing. We just hope that an improvement will happen instead of the usual security meetings that amount to nothing at the end of the day.
Right.